Happy New Year, Lishana Tova, Umituka, good and sweet year. Why am I wishing you a happy New Year today? Today is the 15th day of Shvat, also known as Tu B'Shvat, and as a New Year's for trees. What's the meaning of the New Year for trees? The Talmud tells us there are 4 New Years in the various times of the year, and one of them is the New Year for tree, and it refers to the tithing. Every year we had to tithe from our produce. 10% goes to the Levites for the first and second year, and the third year it goes to the poor and destitute. The fourth and fifth year, again, it goes to the Levites, and the sixth year it goes again to the poor. The seventh year, all the fruit of the trees are everyone's to enjoy. There's no ownership. That's the sabbatical year. And then we start again, a 7-year cycle. So when does a tree begin its year? And if it laid its roots down before the 15th of Shvat, it's considered of the year before. And even if it's only a few months, it's considered a full year, and the next year begins on the 15th of Shvat. What does it have to do with us? Because the reason the 15th of Shvat was selected was because it's midway between fall and spring. It's midway through the winter, especially in Israel, and most of the rain season has been completed, and the trees are starting to wake up. Although they lie dormant, although we don't see any fruit on the trees, we don't see any blossom and blooming on the trees, the 15th of Shvat is what we can recognize. It's starting, it's beginning. The process of reawakening is beginning. Even though it's deep in the middle of the winter, we're already looking towards the summer and spring. A very important message for us, that we too sometimes feel it's dormant, it's dark, and we don't have any, it's not blossoming and blooming. We don't see the fruit, we don't see the leaves, yet we know that the trees are really, that we ourselves are really preparing to blossom and bloom. It's just we have to hold on and keep cultivating our tree, cultivating our roots, and giving it its nourishment it needs. And then in the spring, in the summer, we'll have the beautiful fruits. And if you think of it, it's a time to marvel at the amazing gift that God gave us, the gift of fruit, the gift of a tree that gives ready-to-eat fruit. It's something so unusual, so amazing, something that doesn't look alive at all. But at a certain point, it gives fruit that you could eat without even preparing it much. Unlike grain or other things that have to be prepared, you could take a apple right off a tree, or peach or pear or plum, and enjoy it as is. God's gift of fruit. Now we have a special custom that on this day we eat fruits that Israel was blessed with. The Torah speaks about 7 species. 5 of them are fruit: the grapes, the pomegranates, the figs, the olives, and the dates. These are the fruits that Israel was blessed with. In ancient times they would grow stronger and bigger. As the story with the spies brought back some fruit, gigantic fruit from Israel was blessed with, and we are sure it's going to be blessed with again with these special fruits. And we take these fruits and we think about them. I make a special prayer and blessing on them. The prayer and blessing for fruit is Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Borei Peri Ha'etz. Before we partake in any food, we thank God for this great gift that He gave us. And like I said, the blessing on fruit is, the beginning is the same formula as every blessing. Baruch Atah Hashem Elokeinu Melech Olam. Blessed are you, Lord our God. Borei, the Creator. Peri, the fruit. Ha'etz, of the tree. That goes in all fruit. There's a special blessing and prayer to be made for vegetables, things that grow on the ground, the produce on the ground. The beginning is the same, but the last part is Borei Peri Ha'adama. He who creates, the one who creates fruit of the ground. That, of course, goes on vegetables, potatoes, on carrots, and everything that grows on the ground. Now, if you think of it, everything comes from the ground, but we have a special prayer for the trees, that fruit that comes from the tree. Now, some things are very clear which category they belong in. Beets are from the ground, carrots are from the ground, apples are from the trees. Now, growing up in Brooklyn, we didn't really know exactly what grows on the ground, what grows on the trees. We picked up things in the shelf, in the fruit store, and this was called fruit, and this is called vegetables. But we had to know how it grows. That was part of the lessons, part of the education was, where does it grow? What blessing do you make on them? So we always had tests and lessons about where each thing, and it's fascinating to learn about how everything grows. There are certain things that are different and very questionable and in the gray area. For instance, bananas. Bananas grow on trees, but the blessing we make on bananas is borei peri ha'adama, the blessing from the fruit of the ground. And the reason is because technically it's not a tree. A tree is considered something that are not annuals. They're perennials. They grow, they stand a whole year, and they give out food every year. Bananas regenerate every year from the ground. Strawberries, although they're in bushes, they regenerate every year. They're annuals, and we make a borei peri ha'adama. Some other fascinating fruits like blueberries. Certain blueberries are borei peri ha'adama. Today, most commercial grown blueberries are borei peri ha'etz because they grow on perennial vines. Fascinating ideas and fascinating how we appreciate the blessings that God gives us. So today, grab some fruit, recite the prayer, recite the blessing, borei peri ha'etz. Have in mind all the fruit. Try to see if you get some fruits that are connected to the land of Israel, and ingest it and think about the miracles that God is providing for us. We're going to celebrate, the women are going to celebrate Thursday night, and then we're going to have a community celebration at Friday night dinner. We'll have some more food and we'll discuss the lessons of Tu Shvat. Happy New Year. May this year be a fruitful year. Shabbat Shalom.